This episode of the Teen Writing Nook is brought to you by the Messy Desk Foundation. Why keep your desk clean when you could have 5-year-old projects on it? Bubblegum wrappers and at least 20 different items that have no purpose being in your office. Season 1, Episode 4. Writing advice that doesn't work for neurodivergent people. This is the Teen Writing Nook. For teen writers by a teen writer, creativity, not consistency, chaos, not perfection. Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Teen Writing Nook. I'm your host, J.K. Williams, and today we're getting personal. If you're a teen writer and you've ever felt like your brain is a browser with 50 tabs open, 10 of them are playing music, and you can't find the one that you need, this episode is for you. We're talking about writing with ADHD and why standard advice feels like a chore and how we actually get the words down. We've all heard this piece of writing advice. Real writers write every day. But for an ADHD brain, that sounds like a prison sentence. Our dopamine doesn't work on a 24-hour cycle. It works on a whenever the interest hits cycle. If you didn't write yesterday, you aren't a failure. You're just between hyperfocus whips. We need to stop moralizing consistency and start embracing intensity. For me, I do write consistently, but I don't write every day. Like, if it's just not coming, I don't do it. Consistency is important. You need to write consistently, but you don't need to write every day. Consistency means not once a year, not once every 3 months. It means like frequently enough that you know what you're sitting down to write when you write. And you know what you had already written, so the book makes sense or the project makes sense. However, writing every day is a whole nother level of consistency, and that is where neurodivergent writers get stuck. You don't need to write every day. You need to write consistently. And there's a big difference between the two. We need to talk about embracing our creative chaos because that is the only way we're going to succeed as writers with neurodivergence. We're going to talk about something that I call the shine. It's that feeling when a new story idea hits and it's the only thing you want to do, and then 3 days later it feels like stale toast. If you're a neurodivergent writer and you have not been there, you're very lucky. But for most of us, that's basically what happens all the time. And so I'm here to tell you that it's not a lack of discipline, it's a drop in dopamine. Now, I'm not a certified writing professor, I'm not an English teacher, I'm not even a published author, but I am allowed to say this. You need to give yourself permission to write out of order, to write the new ideas down, and to not work on just one project at a time. If you can handle mentally working on 5 projects, do that. Work on what you can handle mentally, and then if you can't handle more mentally, just jot the idea down and save it for later. And you can always put a project on hold too. Granted, I do this mostly seasonally, like I don't want to write Christmas novels in the middle of summer, but it does help to put projects on hold when you are not feeling it and you just need a little break from it. Totally fine to do that. So, we're going to talk about 3 things that do work, which I call the ADHD Writer's Toolkit. And I am going to go off topic for just a second here, um, in a minute, but the first thing is the 10-minute sprint. Set a timer for 10 minutes. You can do anything for 10 minutes. Usually the hardest part is just the transition into writing, not the act of continuing writing. With ADHD, It's the transition into, not the act of continuing. That's the hardest part. Tool number 2 is project hopping. Having a side project for when your main project feels like work is crucial for all writers, because not just ADHD writers, by the way, because writing is play. Writing should feel like play. If it doesn't feel like play, then you're doing it wrong or you need a break. I stole that from an author I read um, in NaNoWriMo's Brave the Page. I don't remember which author it is, but I really like that. Writing is play. Writing should be play. If it's not, then you need to take a break or have a different project to work on. Okay, sorry for veering off topic. And then tool number 3 is body doubling. Join a writing live stream or sit in a cafe. Being around others working helps ground your focus. Your brain isn't broken, it's just high powered and needs a different fuel. If you enjoyed this, leave a review or DM me on Instagram. My Instagram handle is at jkwilliams.author_13. And make sure to keep writing, even if, no wait, especially if it's chaotic. Well, that just about wraps things up. Please be sure to follow me on Instagram, Substack, and I'm starting my YouTube channel soon as well. And just have a great week. This has been the Teen Writing Nook. You're in the Nook, so you might as well write.